Hi, welcome to my channel. Hope that you're doing well. This reading is for anyone who's on the twin flame journey, anyone who has a divine counterpart. I wish that I had shuffled on camera, but I was trying to save time and I'm actually stunned how the cards have come out. So the overall energy is the divine feminine. So let's get started. The divine masculine is in the process of making choices. I think that now the divine masculine is starting to see all that glitters isn't gold. The divine masculine is starting to realise that I've picked a lot of things over my divine feminine, and all these cups don't contain the same love that she has for me. I think he's chosen people who, I don't get the energy that this is one karmic. I feel that there's been several karmics. I think that he's chosen people that probably appear to be more financially stable, people with status or status. I think he's even gone for people who he didn't know what they were about, but he still chose them. And I think he's realising, I've made some really poor choices here. Now he wants to make an offer, and he realises that you are his divine counterpart. He wants to make an offer because changing the way that he has been thinking, it's made him ascend into divine masculine energy. The thing is, it took you becoming the divine feminine for him to become the divine masculine. You have triggered his growth. Your growth has triggered him ascending. This is bringing the divine union of the twin flames. It's pushing you two closer together. It's pushing union to happen sooner. What I would say is that the divine masculine is, I don't see the Five of Cups here, but I see a lot of regret about the words that were said. I think he said some stuff to push you away, and now he's in a lot of deep regret. How do I return to my divine feminine and skip over all of that? How do I explain to her that I'm not that person anymore? I'm now divine masculine. I mean, is that enough? Is it enough for me to say I'm a divine masculine now, but I did all this crappiness? Because he recognises that you are the divine feminine, and he recognises that he can only approach you as an emperor. However, he knows that he's done some damage here and he just does not know how to fix it. So I think he's in a contemplative mood. I think that's the way you say it. I think he's trying to understand and he's trying to work out how to repair the damage. Also, he has some explaining to do, because how does he also explain not just the words that he said, but how do I explain choosing a snake, a ghoul, money over my divine feminine? I mean, he's probably chosen somebody over you who they appear to have more money, they appear to have more status. However, you are the empress. So had he just been a bit more patient, he would have seen that you are not only, in good standing with him, but you can generate wealth, you can generate abundance. You are abundant in all things, and he just didn't understand that. He wants to skip over this, skip over that, and get to that. But he's just trying to work out how to do it. Let's see if we can get a couple of clarifiers. I'm only going to clarify the Empress and the Emperor. That seems fitting. Please clarify the Empress. So we do have regret here. It did come out. This, even though I'm clarifying the Empress, I feel that it's the divine masculine's energy of, oh dear, it's a shock. What have I done? It's like that shock realization. what have I done? I held back from the Empress. I held back from someone who really was the best for me. And there is a lot of regret now. Just doesn't know how to fix it. Please clarify the Emperor. Please clarify the... Whoops. Please clarify the Emperor. One more. Please clarify the Emperor. I'll actually have one more. Oh, wow. Got the Emperor that came out. The Emperor now is realising that he's just going to have to bite his tongue. He's just going to have to be strong and come in. And even though he knows that he probably will get some kind of punishment, some kind of retribution, some kind of licking, he knows the only way forward is to be truthful. That's the only way forward. And it matches the Emperor energy. That's the only way he can maintain this energy. If he wanted to come in and lie, he'd have to stay in that energy, but he's become the Emperor now. And the only way the Emperor can maintain Emperor status is to do hard things, to do that which isn't easy, and to be truthful, even if that means that he will be in trouble and he could end up even losing you, but he's prepared to do that. Let's see if we can get some general messages. What messages do you have for the collective? What messages do you have for the collective? What messages do you have for the collective? Wow, I'm so glad that I did this on camera. What messages do you have for the collective? Last one. Right, so the Emperor now sees your worth. It took you becoming the Empress for him to become the Emperor. It took you coming into your divine feminine energy for him to embrace his. This relationship is headed to paradise. It's ascending. And I do feel that it's not just the Emperor. I think that you both realise that you are twin flames. I mean, it's landed. I didn't even realise that when I threw it, it landed on the twin flame card. This is talking about transition. This card here, endings being new, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. This is what's happened for both of you. Both have moved into divine feminine and divine masculine energy. And I'd just like to point out that at the bottom of the clarifying deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So maybe you were very, very loving and you've transitioned from being loving to becoming wiser. And you've probably embraced as well some other changes, but I feel that this is where you're coming from. And the divine masculine was coming from a Five of Swords energy, because the Five of Swords energy is what was needed to maintain this constant choosing, maybe even lies. But I think now the divine masculine is putting an end to that behaviour. You've already made some changes, and that's how and why you're now sitting in this this energy. And it's funny because I'm looking at the dress. I've never noticed it before. The flowers remind me of roses. So it's like you've gone through all this stuff and you've come out smelling like roses. But the divine masculine now knows that the only way he can have you is to be honest and to put an end to certain things. So I do feel that those positive changes are coming. I would like to just pull. I feel very led to pull from one more deck if I can find it. No, but I will use this deck. Found another deck that I will use. So let's just give these a shuffle. And see the last messages that we have for you. What are the last messages that you have for the collective? What's the last messages that you have for the collective? Last message for the collective. So, remain in love. Remain in unconditional love to the masculine. And yes, I'm not telling you like if this person was a narcissist or if they did things that were outright wrong. I'm not telling you to stand by it and put up with that. However, your situation is going to be, it's going to be unique to yourself, and everyone's situation is different. You've got to make the decision. Maybe things have been done by the divine masculine that they've infuriated you. Maybe they're things that can be forgiven, but you just need to bring love into the situation. Hold the vision. You more than likely knew for a long time that this was your divine counterpart. Hold the vision. You've already put in a lot of work and your hard work will be paying off. So I hope that these messages have helped you. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time. Thank you.